Banderacon Captain's Log mini-series Play On. Today's game is Tharsis. This game is one of those ones where there's both an awful lot to say about it, but also very little. In short and in long, I guess. God help me. Tharsis is a game about 4 astronauts taking a rickety-ass spaceship to Mars, and then there's some mystery in there as well, because the game has to have a plot, though, I'll be honest, it doesn't really matter. How this is executed is basically you have a multi-part space station where every turn, depending on your difficulty, some random-ass bullshit goes wrong, and you have to fix it by carefully deciding which of your crew members is going to do something, and then they roll some dice to decide if they do the thing or not. And depending on how well the dice roll or do not, your characters either take damage or some other kind of status effect. And if you happen to do well enough to plan ahead for the future, you can grow some crops or otherwise give other crew members benefits by being in certain parts of the station, such as growing food to give your characters more dice for the next round, because every round you have to decide who gets the rations. All of your crew are slowly starving to death, so you have between 1 and 5 dice each round to spend on actions. So, for example, maybe you need to roll a 18 to repair a certain part. Well, one of your crew member only has 2 dice, one of them has 4. Between them, on average, they should be able to roll that. However, basically, you decide quickly and cleverly how well you allocate your resources. Maybe you can't repair the fault now, maybe it'll do you a bit of damage and you can roll on to the next round. One of the tactics that you can do in the game is to just manage the damage levels and have someone stick around in engineering to continuously repair the ship so that you can just tank the damage until you hit Mars. This can work depending on the kind of characters you have. It also can suck if you end up with a bunch of events that damage your crew members, in which case they can't just tank the damage round on round. And I think most of the awards is, hey, get everyone to Mars alive. Now again, as I said, there's a lot to explain and there's not a lot. The game essentially is a probability simulator. If you roll well, your characters are a team of trained astro experts who can deal with any situation that comes about. If the dice roll exceptionally poorly, you're basically stuck in a Pringles can in space that's full of radiation and fire. Literally, it's entirely random chance. You could roll nothing but 6s every round, or you can roll nothing but 1s. Hell, if you even roll 6s in the void, basically there's several status effects, one of which just negates a dice roll of a certain value. You could roll perfect 6s, but if it's a 6 on the void roll, you're fucked, and basically you aren't doing shit this round. But then again, you could have a character that negates that. It doesn't matter. It's Yahtzee in space. But it is also something that I have spent quite a few hours playing and then deleting and then heading back to my playlist and playing again, and I'm probably going to play it again after I finish this review. It also has, without a doubt, one of the most excellent soundtracks that I've ever heard in a game ever. It's just listenable. One of them is called Standby, Half Age by Weevil. Either way, it's perfect. Though all of the songs of this game are perfect, I'd say it's absolutely worth buying just so you can buy the soundtrack edition. It just works. I can't give you a better breakdown than that. Go and play this game for the fucking soundtrack. Some people have their kind of play on games like League of Legends or Heroes of the Storm, something they come back to every other day and what have you, and you could absolutely do it with this game. It's fun, it's simple, it's frustrating as fuck, it's got challenge modes. I kind of think with some Steam support, this is kind of one of those games that could be modded to absolute infinity. There's one scenario where it's basically just random dogs are attacking members of the crew. So basically they take damage no matter what part of the module they're in. They just kind of have to manage. I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is, it's currently, I think, the equivalent of $13 American. And it's worth it for the fun alone. And if you're one of those kind of completionist people, which is the exact opposite of what I am, it's perfect. Go do it. Fucking Banderacon out. Call of action today is listen to the Tharsis soundtrack. You can find it on YouTube all for free. Go on. Peace out.